As you can see, adding salt. Adding salt. Why adding salt? Or why are they reacting to the salt? These are the questions they ask me after I posted a video of harvested fish where I was adding salt to them, as you can see. And the fish are reacting vigorously to the salt. In this video, I'm going to explain to you 4 benefits of adding salt to harvested fish and some of the limitations or disadvantages of adding salt to the harvested fish. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so, and let's dive in. Salt is very vital when it comes to fish farming. Don't be confused. If you have watched my previous video where I indicated the importance of adding salt into your fish pond, which helps your fish grow and also boost their immune system and other benefits, you can check in the description for that video. I'm saying don't be confused because if I am telling you in this video that we also use the salt for different purposes on the same catfish, you may be confused, but they are not the same things. I'll explain that to you later. When you harvest fish, especially catfish, when they are out of water and they are not on direct sunlight, they are very durable and they can last for hours without dying. Yes, catfish can be out of water for about 12 hours and they will not die, because especially if they are grown up and healthy. So number 1 reason for adding the salt is to kill them. In short, when you harvest the fish and you are going to process them either for smoking or for consumption or whatever purpose, and you leave them in the container, they can be there for hours and they will never die for you to process them. And to wash or process them as they are alive, I tell you, you will never find it easy. They will wound you. Yes. There are several ways of killing them, but the best method so far I am enjoying and recommended is the use of the salt. So when you harvest them in the container, make sure that there's no water, because if there's water and you add the salt to them, you will rather make them stronger. So when you harvest them in the container, you add the direct salt onto them, the powdered one or the ionized one. Add enough on the container and put a lid on or something on the lid and protect it very well, because it is going to bend on them and they will be reacting vigorously and they'll be jumping here and there. So if you don't cover the container very well, you're going to jump out. So make sure that you get the lid. Immediately you add the soya, put the lid on. And if it cannot be held firm, make sure you put something on the lid to make sure that they don't push it away and come out. Allow them with the salt to stay for at least 50 minutes. Even an hour is good. When it is that 50 or more minutes, then you can then start your processing by adding water and start washing. If you do not exercise patience, when you pour the salt, after about 10-20 minutes, they will now be quiet and shaking small. You will think they are dead after that time. But immediately you add water to them, some of them will become energetic and more powerful for processing. So apart from the addition of the salt to kill them, It's also reducing them from post-harvest stress. I said post-harvest stress because when you harvest them and they're out of the water, despite the fact that they are not going to die easily, but they are going to be suffering for the hours that you are going to leave them without being in water. Because we all know that fish are aquatic organisms. They live in water. So, allowing them out of the water without killing them, you are going to take them through a lot of stress. So just adding the salt and kill them instantly is releasing them from post-harvest stress. Another reason is also that the addition of the salt increases the taste of the fish. Yes. And when you are smoking them, or when you smoke them, and you even put it in your mouth, you will like the taste. The salt, as we all know, is the taste of fish and any other food. The salt also helps to remove slime. Catfish is very slimy. They have some muddy and slimy layers, so which makes them slippery. So to take the slime out, when you add the salt to them and they struggle and die in few minutes time, then when you add water and you are washing, you realize that the water will become thick and slimy. So that is why you should change the water after first wash, second wash, and you do that about 3 different times. In all the cycles, add salt to the water. And then, if possible, add lime. And that will help to remove the slime out of them completely. And then you are ready to go. So, in short, the reason is that it helps in preservation. We all know that salt is used to preserve fish because it causes dehydration. It dehydrates the water or the moisture content in their body and then reduces in the process we call osmosis. So after it removes the moisture content of the fish, you can either dry the fish or you smoke the fish, and that's because of the salt content in it can keep the salt for a longer period of time because it's going to break down the enzymes or the organisms or bacteria that will cause spoilage. And once those bacteria are broken down by the salt, you can use that method to preserve the fish for a longer period of time. So the salt, in addition of salt to harvested fish, helps in the preservation of the fish. The salt also makes the meat of the catfish to be firm, and that is when you keep it for longer period because it is dehydrated, the meat will be stick to each other and be firm, and that can also enhances the quality and the taste of the fish. But that is being said, the addition of the salt also has limitations. Before we move into that, please kindly subscribe to the channel, please, and turn on the notification button. Let's share the video and comment. So, one of the limitations of adding the salt is that when you add too much of the salt, it can make the meat so salty and will not be ideal for consumers, especially if it is so salty it increases the sodium of it, and people who are on low sodium diet will have difficulties taking such fish. Also, some environmentalists are under concern that those who use salt in the processing, especially large-scale farmers or commercial farmers, also add salt to the environment, especially the ecosystem, which also increases the salinity of the natural water bodies. So this one has to do with those farming or those having large commercial farms along the coastal areas or the water bodies. Also, in addition of the salt, if it is too much, it makes the meat so sticky and so firm, and that also affects the quality and the taste of the fish. Normally, if you don't add it too much, it enhances the quality and the taste. But if you also add it too much, then it also make it so firm and less tasty, and then the natural flavor of the fish may be taken out. Last limitation has to do with the addition of the salt to cause the dehydration can also dehydrate vitamins and minerals in the fish, and such also reduces the nutrient level of the fish. So those who ask me those questions, these are the answers. And please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. I will give you more educational content in this channel. My name is Abdulaziz Issa, and this is Falco Aquaponics. Thank you for watching.